let me talk about the crypto winter we're in, because we had an anomaly in December when suddenly the Bitcoin went from 6,000, 7,000 to $17,000, and now it's back to 7,000, and we call it a winter. But I mean, it's really that 2 months of increase we're down, and it basically is more normal. And let's show you how that situation is at the moment. So how do I look at the nuclear winter? Well, if you see now, the Bitcoin is now at around 6,400, and Ether is 300, and Ripple is back to 30 cents. Total value of the market is now at the moment 212 billion euro, and at the moment here at CoinMarketCap, you can basically see the 1,800 currencies which are basically tracked at the moment. Now, how bad is that? Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin was 1 year ago, it was 4,466. So it's about a year ago was about the same. It was about, it's now 6,000. If we look at what it is, where it's comparable with here, look at this. This is November 11th. November 11th, the price of the Bitcoin was about November 1. The price of the Bitcoin was the same as it is now, or a little bit less. Then it went up crazy high, and then it went down, and now it's about the same. So the Bitcoin is about a year, is about back to the system where it was about a year ago. Well, no, 8 months ago, because a year ago it was 4,000. Same with Ethereum, and with Ethereum you can also see that a year ago it was 300 or so. That one went down more. That's already under the level of a year ago. It went up to $700, and now it's back at $300. And if you also, what's interesting to see, that the total value went up to a maximum of 833 billion and is now back to about 208. So that's a huge correction, 75%. And what's also interesting is that Bitcoin did exactly the best, because I mean, here you see that Bitcoin was dominant a year ago. It went down to in dominance of 43%, and now it's back to more than half, 50%. So that's pretty, that's now again a pretty high percentage. And everybody was hoping that the ETF, an instrument that government approved agency would just be able to invest in Bitcoin, that ETF was unfortunately not approved. We're still waiting that, because we're waiting for general capital to get into that into this market. The biggest reason for the winter was first that the craziness was over, and secondly that companies and especially governments, banks, started to push back big time. But we see something like this. The New York Stock Exchange is starting to ready a platform to basically be able to store digital assets. And what you also see is that there's going to be a crypto exchange from Switzerland by the Swiss Stock Exchange. So these are positive signs. So we're in the winter, 8 months long, and I think it's very useful that the craziness is now gone. You see now that everybody who doesn't want to be in here has dropped all their stuff. Lots of people have sold it, and the people who are interested in it are still in. What's really important is that crypto money is starting to be used at practical application. You know, first, money needs to be stable, the transaction cost needs to be low, Bitcoin needs Lightning so that they can have a lot of transactions at very low cost. But stability and practical usage, that's the only way in the end that crypto is going to be successful. So now, this moment of quietness, when there's not a lot of craziness and all kinds of excitement about rising prices, at the moment a lot of people are building applications with crypto. So we're going to see how long that winter is going to take. Normally, it's taking between actually 2 months and 3 years. That's what, because I mean, the price of cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, went down 6 times, 95% of the time. So this is not unique in the history. And the longest time a crypto winter has taken is 3 years. and the shortest time 3 months. So between that, we're going to see when the bottom is going to be there. So that's about the crypto winter. If this is your first crypto winter, enjoy the ride.